The Jacksonville Jaguars drafted 2 players in the first round of the 2020 NFL Draft. Number 9 overall, they drafted C.J. Henderson. He's a guy from University of Florida. He grew up in Miami. He's a corner. He's really talented. Number 20 overall, they drafted Clavon Chason, a linebacker from LSU. I hope I'm saying that name right. I think it's Clavon. I don't know. Clavon is how I've been saying his name. I hope it's right. C.J. Henderson has a couple issues. He's not a great tackler, but C.J. Henderson's really, really fast. That's what I like about him. I am concerned if there's a guy who might struggle. The corners who were drafted, I think, were all pretty solid. C.J. Henderson's inability as a great tackler really concerns me a little bit. We'll see how he'll do. Now, Clavon Chason's a great athlete. He gives a ton of effort. He was a big leader in the LSU locker room. And I think this move is really, really huge for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They have an offensive leader, Gardner Minshew. They now have another guy on the defensive side of the locker room with Chason, who's going to be a big voice in their locker room. He was great at LSU. He's going to help in the run game. He's good in coverage. And I just love what the Jaguars are doing. They're building their defense. Now, I would have liked to see them build around their young quarterback, Gardner Minshew. But honestly, I'm just glad that the Jaguars didn't replace him. I was a little concerned, like, are the Jaguars going to draft Jordan Love or Justin Herbert? I had no idea. So I'm glad that it seems to me like the Jaguars have decided to stick with Gardner Minshew and build around him. But I love Gardner Minshew. He's my favorite quarterback in the NFL other than Tom Brady. I love Gardner's work ethic. I love his leadership. I got to be around him a lot at Washington State. I think he's the right guy in Jacksonville. And I think Clavon Chason, I know they drafted C.J. Henderson. I'm pretty lukewarm on him. Drafting Clavon Chason was a big deal. I hope I'm saying his name right, but I just remember hearing so many stories about his leadership at LSU and the way he had a big impact on their locker room and helping them win a national championship. So I'm excited for the Jaguars. They got a really good linebacker later in the first round. I think it's a great pick. In case you don't know, Strong Opinion Sports is not just a YouTube channel. It is also a full audio podcast. You can find it on Spotify, on iTunes, on Google Play, pretty much everywhere you find podcasts. And if you like podcasts, please do me a huge favor and give it a listen.